Are you? I am weird, okay? Hold on, let me see. What's best to put you where a good place to put you. I'm outside, so I will be sweating. It is warm out here, and we're going to get an excessive heat warning Wednesday to Saturday, I think, something like that. Anyway, hello, subscribers. You guys are awesome. Thank you for subscribing. For my new subscribers, thank you for joining the family. I really appreciate you. I don't take anybody for granted, okay? Just know that I don't take anybody for granted. Like I said, I am going to be sweating because it's outside. I'm outside and whoo, it's hot. Okay, I just finished talking to an owl. I don't know what our conversation is about, but we were talking, so leave me alone. I'm weird that way, okay? All right, I just wanted to talk to you. I was actually leaving a message for somebody, and it triggered me to want to do this video. I just want to tell you that y'all know what type of hell I came from. The parents were psychotic and evil, vicious. I went to school with black eyes. She almost broke my arm, the mother, because she twisted my arm so far behind my back, I waited for something to disconnect. You may hear splashing. I'm at the lake where I live. Anyway, and the beatings were merciless. And when you get beat by a man and he's using all his physical strength to beat you, it's a nightmare from hell. And beatings from her were commonplace too. You're going to hear cars drive by also. So just to let you know, because I'm in a public park. The viciousness knows no boundaries from what I grew up with. One of the things, and I don't want to talk about it today because I'll probably get emotional. But I kind of want to give you a motivational video today. And I want to tell you that regardless of what you came from, and I came from the pits of hell with how I grew up, regardless of what you came from, you're not destined to follow that path. Do you hear him in the background? That's the owl talking. We were having a conversation, but I need to tell him I'm making a video. Anyway, just because, quit laughing, y'all, it's not funny. Y'all know I'm crazy. Anyway, just because you came from madness, that doesn't mean that you're destined to have a ruined life. Okay, I'm a prime example of that. I finally got my career going, finally was doing what I was destined to do, and then I lost my career because of my health. But the bottom line is this: you're not destined to be a failure because you come from a situation where failure, the people that were oppressing you tried to make you be a failure. They tried to destroy your soul, your heart, your spirit, your body, your everything. They tried to destroy that. And they didn't, because you're still breathing. And if you come from a family of, it's kind of weird making videos where people drive by and they can see me making a video. That's kind of strange. I've never done that before. At least I don't think I have. But it's kind of strange. Anyway, just because you come from possibly drug abuse, your parents were druggies, or they were alcoholics, or they were horrible parents that like to beat their kids, okay? Just because of that, that does not mean that you are destined to be exactly like them. And there's a lot of people that fall into that trap where They're like, well, of course I'm an alcoholic. Both my parents are alcoholics. What did you expect? No, 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 no. That's not necessarily your destiny. And it's your choice to stay away from alcoholism. I know of a friend whose father was I mean, he was a drunk like no other, and he doesn't even use cologne because it has alcohol in it. He doesn't use mouthwash because it has alcohol in it. Naturally, that's going to an extreme, but he makes sure he stays as far away from it as humanly possible. It does not have to be your destiny, no matter what you came from. You don't have to torture your kids because you were tortured. In fact, you should make a conscious decision to do the total opposite. So the abuse can be a motivator. The abuse can motivate you and propel you. That's the right word that I'm looking for. Abuse and hatred can be a propellant, and it could propel you to greatness. And there's a lot of people that have been tortured, victims of crime. People they love have been victims of crimes. And what my parents did was illegal. You cannot, you're not supposed to abuse your children. You know what I'm saying? But that can use that as a propellant. Use that to push you in the right direction, to elevate your status and elevate you as a person. Because if you are a conscientious person and you think about yourself and you analyze your behavior, like if you do something that's mean, you say something mean to a friend, if you're a mature adult, okay, you'll ask yourself later, was that out of line? I hope I didn't hurt that person's feelings when I said or did that. If you're a conscientious person, you make a choice not to be what you came from. You know what I'm saying? And I know I mentioned God before. He's the boss of my life, and I'm sure he has a lot to do with why I am the way I am despite what I came from. Because, I mean, I was in a situation where I'm expecting or wanting let me rephrase that. I was expected to handle adult situations, and I didn't have the right tools to handle adult situations because I was a child. Children do not have adult capacity to do things because they're not adults. But yet I had to do that. Like 2 times, there were 2 situations where someone tried to rape me, and I knew, even as a child, a young child, I knew to keep that to myself. That's heavy. That's deep. But I had to keep it to myself because I knew, because the parents are psychotic, I knew that. Here comes another car. It's so weird. But I knew that if I had told her about that, I would have been blamed for it. Because of the type of person that she is, and she's not stable, obviously, but because she's off, the mother, she would have said, ain't nobody trying to rape you. If somebody did it, you must have did something to antagonize it. Right? That makes no sense. Okay? It doesn't matter how old you are, how young you are, what you're wearing, what you're not wearing. You're an old woman in a nursing home. It doesn't matter. You could be in a coma and get raped. Anybody could get raped. And no, they didn't ask for it, okay? But she would have definitely made it where I put myself in that situation. So as a child, God gave me the wisdom and the ability to learn you got to keep that to yourself. You got to, because although that was traumatic, it's going to be more traumatic if you tell either one of them, the parents. But anyway, their hatred can propel you to greatness. And I know I mentioned this in another video. It is so warm, and tomorrow's going to be worse. Anyway, I was working for an ambulance service. You saw that look, right? Anyway. And I'm not telling you anything that I wouldn't say to them. The only reason I didn't say anything at the time is because I'm trying to remain, at that time when I was working for them, I was trying to remain professional. But I'm not telling you all anything that I would not tell them. And if I bumped into somebody from where I used to work, sees one of my videos and says, "Oh, you had a lot to say about you working here and da 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 da," I say it to their face. I got nothing to lose. I got nothing to lose. Yeah, y'all were racist pricks. Period. Whoever don't like it, whoever don't like what I said, there's the door. Bye. They were pricks, and they were really evil to me, and they were evil to another guy that I worked with who happened to have brown skin. You know what? They hated me from day one. Let's just keep it real. Let's just throw it on the table. Let's just get to the meat and taters of it. They hated me from day one because I'm the wrong color. Missouri has a serious problem with racism. Serious problem with racism. They're trying to get better, but it's slow in the making. Anyway, that's not what this conversation is about. But anyways, their hatred, get off of me. Their hatred propelled me forward because I knew they hated me. I could tell by the looks on their faces. I could tell by the disrespect when I was doing my clinicals for EMT. I was going to school for EMT. When I did my clinical hours, I was treated like crap. The looks on their faces, I should have told them, you could loosen all that up if you drink prune juice, because you seem like you constipated. I mean, the look on your face is, that's what you want to tell them. Anyway, move right along. They hated me, and it propelled me, and it made me more determined to study and study and study and study. And some of the individuals, and I would be happy to tell him, he's a paramedic. His name is Ben. Anyway, move right along. Ben, if you ever see this is about you, sugar. Anyway, I admired the hell out of him because he could intubate a patient. That's basically when they put a tube down your into your lungs to help you breathe because you're having issues, right? He could intubate a patient probably with one hand tied behind his back, okay? So I had a lot of respect for him and I admired his skill and his ability until a car's coming by and it's loud, so hold on. Truck, I mean. I admired his ability until I was asking him questions. Because you're a newbie and you're trying to learn, right? So it's their job to teach you. And he was acting all, don't y'all think it's weird that you could, think the world of somebody, but you don't know that they can't stand you? But you find that out later? That's a trip. The same person that you're hating is a person who used to have respect for you until you turned into such an ass. You know what I'm saying? They were just hateful from day one. But, I owe them a thank you because it pushed me forward and it made me more determined than ever that I'm going to get my licensure, which I did. And I had to quit working, like I said, because I lost my health. I have fibromyalgia. It's a neurological condition. It is not imaginary. And if doctors don't know about it, it's because they're too damn lazy to research it. So anyway, we're not even going to go into that topic right now. But anyway, my doctor at the time took me seriously, so I didn't have that issue. But, let's put it this way, with the EMT thing, right? Their hatred propelled me forward and I made it to where I got my license. So in essence, y'all did me a favor. Thank you. Your hatred helped me. Love you. One of them almost had a stroke and a heart attack wrapped up in one because I had spilled my vitamin drink in the back of the ambulance. And I spilled my drink in the back of the ambulance. And the people that I was working with that day, he said, "Did you spill your drink in back of the ambulance?" I said, "No," because I forgot that I had that drink back there. I forgot. I'm a little bit senile. But anyway, so I didn't have a clue what he was talking about. And he acted like this was a federal case. And I'm like, what in the heck is wrong with him? Well, somebody spilled something back there. Really? So I'm like, okay, this is obviously, I must have committed a felony. So let me go back here in the back of the ambulance and see what in the hell he's talking about. What he was talking about was, yes, I had spilled. I didn't know that I had even drank my drink back there. I didn't know I spilled it. We were obviously en route to picking up a patient or whatever, and it spilled on the counter. Well, that's not well, apparently it's a felony. It's only a felony if you're the wrong color. Anyway, move right along. So I went ahead and cleaned it up. This is the type of crap that I've had to deal with, but it still propelled me forward. Okay? Another time I was in EMT class, honey, I have so many stories for you. Please, I could write a million books, okay? Wow. Anyway, another time the guy that sat next to me, he couldn't stand me. Frankly, I don't care because none of y'all like me anyway, so I really don't care. Don't care. Don't care. Somebody's on the phone. They're going to see me making a video. Oh, God, this is so weird. This is so freaking weird. Anyway, move right along. So, we sat right next to each other, and he couldn't stand me. He never spoke to me, never said anything. He also needs to drink prune juice because he's got issues. So, and issues. Always got his face all twisted up. But when he's flirting with the girl that was sitting next to him, oh, he was all smiles and he was cheesing and grinning from ear to ear because he was trying to get in her drawers. She was short, petite, cute, real pretty, blondish hair, and everybody, all the guys in class were just drooling over her, which is kind of ridiculous. You're supposed to be getting an education, not supposed to be getting laid. Anyway, so I was in class and I ended up choking on a Skittles. I know that sounds crazy. I was choking on a Skittles. And I am gasping for air and, I'm literally choking. And I did not want him helping me. So I went around him, around the girl he was flirting with, could not get out of her face. Everything she says is so funny. Anyway, move right along. So I'm choking. And I went to somebody else in my class because me and him were cool. He didn't have a problem with my color. He don't care if I am striped, blue stripes with green polka dots. He don't care. So I had him help me. And at this point, I couldn't talk because I'm choking. And I said, raise my arms. And he goes, what? I said, raise my arms. I was whispering to him, raise my arms, pull my arms. We did that when we were kids. It helps open up the airway. You're not going to learn that in EMT class, paramedic school, medical school, but it works. And he took both my arms and he raised them up in the air, and it helped open up my airway, and I stopped choking. But I'd rather die than ask the guy next to me to help me. Like, don't worry about it. I got this. So I know what it's like to be treated like crap. It's happened to me my whole life. So I know it can be a propellant. Push me forward with your hatred. Please push me harder. Thank you. Thank you. It's all in how you look at things. And don't be afraid to go to therapy. Don't be scared to go to a therapist. You're not going because you're crazy. You're going because you're trying to prevent from going crazy. And don't let nobody who is evil towards you, hateful or unstable or whatever their deal is, don't let nobody make you feel bad about your mental hygiene. You do what you got to do to keep your head on straight. You don't let people that are dysfunctional will hate that because they want you to be where they are. They want you to be on their low level. You know what I'm saying? Nah. Use it as a propellant. All that hate, it'll push you forward to success. I love you guys. Take care. See you next time.